Me, I see it as music is a cycle for me, especially hip hop. It's a cycle. Like every 20 years, you're gonna get back to where you started from. So in the 70s, when you had, you know, late 70s Grandmaster Flash and everybody like that, you know, the Message, early 80s, and then you had your 90s with your Nas and your golden era, so to speak. Yeah. And then now, you know, you have other cats that are heavily populating the game with the drug scene, the strip club scene, and honestly, it's tiring to listen to. Every song to me sounds the same. You know what I mean? Mainstream. Let's keep it that way. Mainstream songs. Everything you turn on the radio, you kind of want to turn it right back off. You know, because there's no balance. There's no balance. Like I can listen to a 2 Chainz record as long as I can get some quality in behind that. I can listen to a Trinidad James as long as I get some Little Brother behind that. You see what I'm saying? But when you repeatedly beat us in the head with the I don't want to call it nonsense, but there's nothing, there's no substance in that music. It's strictly, you know, I'm the drug dealer. I sell this by the pound. I got that by the this, and I got all the hoes and the, you know, I can't. Especially here in Atlanta, you have radio stations where their core market is, I would say, probably 9 years old to like 25, and I can't allow my kids to listen to the radio, and it's kind of sad, but you know, turn that off, turn it down. You can't hear that. It's just turn it off. We go to Radio Disney, you know, and that's kind of a sad state that the music is in right now. That I feel personally, you know, not saying there aren't cats out there that are getting it and doing it, right, I guess another way. Right. You just won't hear it, and that's the problem. Like, it's no balance. You know, put Sky Zoo on the radio. Put somebody on there that's talking about something real. Put somebody, even if you gotta go Christian rap, just anything that's gonna balance out the negative. Everything on the radio is negative. Everything. There's nothing on there positive. You know, it's just my personal opinion, man.
I think Shakim nailed it dead on, man. I mean, you know, it's a funny game now. You listen to the radio for 30 minutes, you can turn it off because you've heard everything, and it's going to repeat. That 30-minute time slot is going to repeat all day long. So unless you're just a fan of hearing the same thing over and over again, and I guess that's cool, like Shakim said, if it's going to have a message, but when it's some garbage, and not saying everything is, so don't you know, misquote, but there just simply needs to be a balance, man. And I think years ago in the game, you had that balance. That balance was there because, don't get me wrong, crummy music, regardless what genre, has always been there and will always be there. Yeah. But at least the DJs then, the mainstream DJs, they had a good balance of what was played that had a message behind it and what was just the party joint and you're supposed to just act stupid and get crazy on. But now the game is so saturated with that off music that fans have dumbed down their standards. And if you're really dropping something with some knowledge, like we used to say back in the days, dropping knowledge, you're not getting no airplay, no pun intended, but it's no airplay. And that's why I love the name of this show, man, because you're hitting cats up who get no airplay. But I'm just happy there's an underground market, and we're going to try to keep doing what we do and just bringing it for the people, man. And that's truly, again, what the project was all about, for the people.
Yeah, straight balance. That's all we want. You know, we're not saying play us 30 times a day. Right. You can get your, you know, your whoever's in this, but just balance it out. That's all. You know, to all the PDs out there, balance it out. It's all right. It's all right, man. People want to hear different things. Like Spec said, you hear the radio 30 minutes, turn it off.
It's done. Because
it's a cycle. It's a 30-minute cycle. It's going to come back on again and again and again and again. And if you're not in that loop where, you know, you're, I don't want to say financially, but if you're not in that place where the machine is behind you, so to speak, you're not going to get it. Even, you know, you have mix shows, and mix show DJs have to follow a list. That takes away from the creativity of the DJ. Me being a DJ, they've asked me several times to do radio. I say, do I have to play by the list? Yes. Then I don't want to do it. I know it's hot. You know, I know that, you know, Trinidad James is hot. I also know that Skyzoo is hot.
Yeah.
But he's not on the list, so I can never play it. I can't do that.
And you know, I mean, on the same note, anybody out there with kids, man, like if you're raising a young girl especially, go to YouTube or buy the album and check out Lupe Fiasco's Bitch Bad.
Yes.
I mean, that song simply describes it, man. And,
yes.
and if we keep getting hammered across the head with the stuff we're hearing, then what do you expect from our young boys and girls that are coming up in this next millennium, man? Just this next generation period, you know? It's crazy, man, and that concerns me a little bit. Concerns Shakim, you know, and a lot of other artists that are out there, and that's why we keep pushing the stuff that we're pushing, you know? And again, we've never been the type to really argue about how many records we're selling. We like just the love of getting in here and doing what we do.
That's it.
And as long as it's coming from the heart, we don't get frustrated. We make the music. You like it, but certainly try to give yourself that nice balance of something to listen to, man. Please.
And on another note, it's not that I'm hating, but if I don't like it, I don't like it. I'm not hating, I promise you. Get your money on, fellas. That, you know, I don't have to like it, you know, because I'm pretty sure you didn't make it for me, honestly. So, you know, I'm not hating at all. Please don't take my words as hate. You know, I just want to balance, that's all. I don't have to like your music. You don't have to like my music. I respect yours. Just respect mine, that's all. And, you know, it's just an even balance, that's all. We just want balance. I mean, I think, you know, you have hip-hop now has been marketed straight to kids. You know, it's almost like the labels forgot that 20 years ago, you know, we were 18, now we're 38 and we're knocking on 40. But we like what we liked then.